BKBs are out. I mean, what do they do? For Liquid in this sort of game, you sort of see this as a game where Liquid is... They're going to aim to sort of run this one over and shut it down within the 30 minutes.
Yeah, they definitely need to win this early game. I don't think their heroes can match up well against what Team Nigma has in the late game. So, yeah, they definitely need to put a bit more pressure. And you know what I'm hyped about? It's Davion. Like, I think we should not call him Dragonite at all. We should just call him Davion.
They asked for Season 2. This is it. You know, RMN's bringing it here. Well, we'll see how he does in this episode. Have some action. Quid, get out and look for something. Quite mind it. So as you said, that lane matchup's going to be very important here. Who's trying to dodge who? Is there any core matchup here? A team's going to really try and do their best to make sure.
30 секунд до начала сражения.
I think Nigma is definitely more flexible because they have a Dragonite. Dragonite doesn't have too many bad matchups here. There's a lot of, you know, slows coming up from the Earth Spirit, from the Crystal Maiden, Venomancer, so it's going to be a bit problematic for like Monkey King and Dragonite to play the game before like they get the BKBs. Also, like, I don't feel like Bloodseeker is going to be able to do that much against, like, Monkey King is one of the better heroes against the Bloodseeker. Like, even if you use Rupture on him, he pops the ulti and just stands there, pretty much impossible to kill. So here we are, Owen, hype it up.
Here we go. Bounty Root times. We've already got some courier action coming in from Weir. He's sneaking in. And over here to set up for the bottom lane. He's going to be joined by the duo to start things off, running that tri-lane down in Nigma. Against that bottom lane Venomancer. Seeing miCKe this time round take the mid lane puck. See how he does against Miracle. I mean, I guess we're sort of expecting to see this right with Nigma. They said they were sort of changing things up, trying things a bit different. Do you imagine we're going to see pretty much Miracle back to mid in most of the games from Nigma this tournament?
Probably. Yeah. You know, there's a bit of a difference how we and Miracle play mid, and I think everyone just wants to see Miracle on that mid lane. Dragonite on the top lane, like, he's pretty safe, I would say, starting out with the Bracer and the point in Dragonblood. There's going to be a lot of harassment until someone decides to show. Here comes GH, point in Illuminate, has a healing salve, has a lot of regen actually on the hero. We talked about, you and me, about like, when they started the draft, like you asked me about the other regions, like Keeper of the Light's really not contested that much, especially in Chinese region, in Southeast Asia from time to time, but yeah, you said it, Europe just loves it.
They really do. I mean, and for understandable reasons as well, right? You know, this hero with the ability to sort of bring people across the map, have such a great way of preparing stacking camps, cleaning them up yourself as well if you wish. Of course, having that great team fight potential line with the willingness to choose to go that route. A lot of magical things to be done with it, especially when it's in the hands of someone like him. Definitely plays big moves.
GH already in the triangle trying to stack. There's two observer wards, like pretty deep one coming up from Team Liquid that scouted out the lanes, how they're gonna set things up, and one on the high ground, like they want to see what's happening in the triangle. Are they stacking? They don't have like the best, like post 6-7 minutes, they have enough to actually take the stacks with the Bloodseeker and Puck once he has his spells maxed out. GH trying to run away from Insania, both heroes level 1 still. Kind of a slow start.
No, not killing quite yet. We're seeing on the CS mid lane, bit of an edge for miCKe, 15 for 1 against 12 for 1 of Miracle. On the side lane, so we're seeing any get left out. I mean, we're kind of down bottom. A bit of a slow start for the Venom. Top lane, bit of an attempt to be made onto RMN. Right in, but again with the Bracer. 1 point. Much for Boxy and Insania to bite through. In fact, Insania taking big damage here from the blast of GH.
GH doing a very good job, just blasting away, pulling the side, keeping out of the XP range, so Dragonite can hit that level 3, 2 points in Dragonblood, bottom lane.
We are...
Oh, nice deny.
Very, very nicely done there by Kuro. I mean, it tips out as well. Looked to be a little bit of a messy attempt. I mean, this is always going to be the problem. Even though Quake was having a bit of a slow start, he's starting to pick up now, and we'll be able to do so, of course, with that little time. out of the lane. You got to be careful how you go on this Venom, right? It can be very tempting when you get the Jingu stacks up, but if you're not quite able to finish him, he's just going to be able to slow you down like you are.
Exactly, like you can't really afford to go on a Venomancer unless you can just bring him to from 100 to 0 or from 50 to 0 where he's sitting at right now.
Top. Bit of an attempt to at least try and harass RMN out of the lane. Just very unlikely for Liquid to be able to get the kill out of this. So as much as they try and beat him back, RMN not having too much trouble finding levels and farm from that top.
And everyone is full HP, so Bloodseeker's really not getting too much out of that thirst. Putting a second point in the Blood Right. Once Crystal Maiden gets like level 3, also needs to get some extra mana regen to be able to, you know, just keep spamming the spell. Aura is up, but it's a level 1 aura. Some mangoes, some clarities would help out. Taiga lurking around the mid lane. Interesting build on the Miracle on the mid. No points in the Flame Guard against the Puck. Just going for more of a like, I want to push out the lane with the Slight and more control with the Searing Chains against the Puck.
Yeah.
Силы тьмы укрепили
They get any
свои
sort of rotation
сооружения.
around towards the mid. You are going to have that skill set to really set up. It's top lane. RMN trying to get in onto Insane and not quite enough to finish him off.
Bottom lane, there it is.
This time round, Weeharp and Kuro are able to finish up the kill. Taiga trying to go for Wee. Is he going to be able to find the Sal? Weeharp's going to be able to keep himself alive, but the roll forward from Taiga will secure the trade. Taiga doesn't die for nothing. What a play.
Oh, that was such a clutch play there. Salve didn't really work out, but could made hell of a lot of a difference. Top lane, they are actually getting a kill. Dragonite, he put a point in the Dragon Tail on level 4 just to have that extra stun, extra ability. A lot of damage coming up from the Keeper of the Light.
Oh, it was a sweet attempt for there from Kuro. In fact, the Gale and the roll both missing. But still, enough damage to be done to take out Kuro before the TP was successful.
Behold!
He's starting to suddenly put a little these side lanes now that the levels have really come in. In the mid, a lot more farm has been found by miCKe.
Yeah, he's like
got so
19 CS ahead of Miracle at the moment. He's also level 6, so they need to be very careful if they decide to like dive the tower. Rune is spawning bottom. It's gonna be Illusion Rune. Not the best one for Puck, but it's gonna fill the bottle, gonna do the job.
Yeah. Always nice to have against an Ember that's, you know, already put a few points into the chains. Miracle does try and make an attempt onto it. Now, and we'll see what Miracle's going to be able to do, because in this sort of game, especially when miCKe's had this start, when you've gone for this build on the Ember with no points in the Flame Guard, right, you're not able to jungle efficiently at all, right? Got to be looking for action as soon as possible and really putting into play this slight chain skill build that you've gone for. You can't spend time hitting creep.
Yeah, with this type of a build, you want to be a bit more active. Top lane, GH.
See? And this time TP's coming in fact, 2 of them from Nigma. As they look to turn onto Liquid jump forward, this is what we're talking about. Miracle makes the moves, gets involved. Turn over towards Insania as well. The setup's there from RMN as this move should secure them, the 2 of them. RMN is going to make sure there's no escape. And this is what you've got to see, especially with the buff up from GH. This cold really enabling Miracle's Ember to make these sort of moves and for them to have a really hard hit with the slide chains.
Yeah, and you can see Nigma having great understanding, like who needs the TP first. If it was first TP Lion, they don't get that kill, because Miracle can close the gap with the Fire Remnant, and they also give him the second kill so that he actually gets something out of that rotation to the top lane. Puck is level 8, high level, you know, 2 points in Vanning Rift once they have Illusory or maxed out, just to be able to like push out the waves easily. How's Vano doing? Vano, you know, sitting at the middle of the network chart, earn power treads. The problem is, you know, Monkey King really does not like to play into it. Never, pretty much. Like, even when you have a BKB, your BKB is down, you're still gonna feel the pain coming up from the Venomancer.
Eyeing up. We are.
Illusion!
Tower, a little bit of a dive for them to 1-2. Okay, he's able to grab himself a double damage room also. A lot of potential here from this puck. I mean, his farm still all this.
Roll on the top lane.
Gonna get some moves here coming in. The kickback as well with the rush combo. Iron Man taking huge amounts of damage here from Boxy and Tiger. And he will slowly but surely go down. The rotation has been made. Miracle's in, but miCKe's there as well. Coil called down onto the two of the Miracle locked in position. Take it out. Now with Tiger's further control, they'll finish off Kuroki as well. As Nigma, they try and make a similar move as they did earlier on that top lane this time round. Liquid's prepared, and miCKe, this incredible amount of farm that he's got the levels. Well, this is level 9 puck.
And not just that, he's also stealing the stacks right now, something that I talked about, like he doesn't have everything maxed out, but he came here with the double damage, has that Royal Jelly, has Arcane Aura, so he can just spam out his spells going into Witchblade first item, which is like very interesting. It's,
yeah, we see this is sort of, especially miCKe, and I think we are as well, big fan of this from his build on the puck.
Центральную башню сил света атакуют.
Something that these aggressive puck players really love to do in EU.
I kind of like it here because they need to be able to scale. Like, they don't have the best late game heroes, but yeah, if you itemize for the right click, I think that's the play here on puck.
Finding not just the jelly, but also getting that fairies trinket. Much that the dream item for any of these is active. Like the puck was going to potency to the damage output. Top lane Tiger is coming in again with Boxy and Insania's setup. Now look to make the moves onto Iron Man. Again, the combo. He's going to try for the TP out. He's going to be able to make it in time. He is. Smart heads up move there from Iron Man. Keeps him alive as he holds his ground. TP's out. An extra little bit of safety.
Zoning ulti from Tiger. Just says enough. We are not taking this fight. Solo coil.
Yeah, he's going to take the easy kills. He wants to keep this game looking nice and smooth. 2-0-1 over 100 CS here at the 10-minute mark on miCKe's puck. He is very far ahead, already 2k ahead of Miracle's Ember. I mean, I don't think you get much of a better start on the puck. You see what miCKe is this game.
It's a 10-minute Witchblade, Power Treads, double no talisman. Oh my god.
I mean, he's going to be tearing up the map. They've got to be prepared for this puck.
And you can't make the trade. Like Team Liquid putting the pressure with the Venomancer, one of the worst heroes you kind of want to gank. He's going into Spirit Vessel against the Dragon Knight, against the Monkey King. 5k gold lead suddenly for Team Liquid. Like this is the type of game that they needed to play. Like they need to have a lot of advantage early on. And Puck is just an insanely good hero, even though they like have counters, Lion throughout the DPC and all other regions top lane. He's gonna drop.
He's gone. Kuro's going to be able to get his way out of it. Tiger, he's looking for the angle, won't find it with the roll through, but he finds it with his hit. He's able to slow down Kuro and set up a second kill for Boxy up top. It's now 9-4, 6k lead here for Liquid. And this is playing out exactly
Make
as
it
you
7.
Liquid needed to do.
You know, I'm worried about once that gold per minute advantage gets 1k per minute. You know, it's getting there. It's getting very close.
Tiger has found himself another GH. He's going to have backup coming in.
Kuro also used the finger, didn't get any of the stacks. X is available.
Miracle coming in. That will provide just enough lockdown to punish Tiger, but again, when you bring in sort of 4 heroes over to deal with Tiger's pressure. So a lot of space just being created by Tiger as the rest of his cores continue to happily farm away. You can see all 3 of their cores right now, top spots on the net worth. A lot of catching up to be done from Nigma, and it's not going to be easy to do so. Again, with this Miracle skill build, this slight change, he had to be fine in action. He's never going to catch back up in the farm. They've got to get kills, but now with Liquid's cores starting to get as far as ahead as they are, it's not going to be easy anymore for, even with the backup of GH, to enable Miracle enough to actually get kills without putting his own life at risk.
Top lane. Yeah, problem is they don't have that one initiator, someone who can start the fight. miCKe, he's going in, doesn't even use the coil.
Just right click down, they'll turn over towards Iron Man as well. It's just kills here for Liquid. Boxy now dominating and miCKe's game continuing to be completely flawless on his part.
Taiga still chasing, trying to get GH, but yeah. It's very hard to take control of the map, like once Venomancer goes there, sets a couple of wards. Same goes for the Beastmaster. I would compare these two heroes. We don't see too much of a Venomancer, very like a situational hero, but once he takes over like the enemy bottom part of the map, like it's very hard to take over it. You need the smoke to be able to actually gank him, because all the vision provided by the Plague Wards. Miracle still not a single point in a Flame Guard. I guess the reason is because he also has like Keeper of the Light in his team, so wants to be able to get the max out of Slight and the Chains. But the problem is, once again, they can't really start a fight. Like, it's very hard for Nigma right now to make any aggressive moves. They want to farm up, they want to get those BKBs online. Dragon Knight also decided to get Hood first item, so like no Blink Dagger, can't initiate. Nigma, they just need to like defend the tower with Keeper of the Light, not get too out-farmed. Try to farm those BKBs. Bottom lane.
Right. Sanya, he's just standing his ground, dropping the ult. Oh, he's not able to get it.
Will you not
Throws out the
rise in my
finger, but it's
presence?
not enough damage.
It's the second finger that did not give him any stacks.
Not one of the fun games for the Lion. Poor old Kuro. Never feels good when you're not getting those stacks up. Minute mark. Able to maintain the bounty control. Very far ahead of this game. miCKe still.
Нижнюю башню сил
Very close to
света
sort of doubling
атакуют.
the net worth of Miracle. Miracle getting gone on in the mid. He's got the back of a GH by his side. Be enough to stop Liquid from diving any further. Top lane
There's the
moves to be
Spirit
made.
Vessel. Like, Dragon Knight's not gonna be that tanky.
No, not at all. Get torn through here by the damage of Void, but Tiger coming in as well to offer that extra bit of a punch. He'll pop the hood, RMN. He's going to try and stand his ground, go for the TP out. Is he away? He is. Not quite able to get back in on top of him, Tiger, to take him down in time, as RMN will live to see another day. Now, turnaround comes into play. Chains out onto Tiger. They'll punish the Earth Spirit. Kuro trying to set up for more, but miCKe jumps across, foil down onto Kuroki.
Dragon Knight managed to get out, but problem is, once again, they have no save for Coil. Puck uses Coil on someone, that target is pretty much dead. Now with the Spirit Vessel, miCKe won't be able to life steal.
He just goes right into the three of them. They're going to turn and try and chase him down. Let's see if they can punch miCKe. Forward aggression, they've got the opening stun. The follow found the strike isn't enough. It is.
That's a big kill. That's actually a huge kill. And we gets the last hit on it. Has that Maelstrom, has a possessed mass, so like he can sustain. He has tools to farm up, just needs to get that BKB. Even though it's a 10k gold lead, I still feel if Nigma manages to like win another fight, get those BKBs a bit closer, like Ember Spirit going straight into BKB after finishing Orb of Corrosion. Dragon Knight, I think he will need to get like a Blink Dagger to be able to initiate mid lane. Ember Spirit.
Back up here. Enough damage at the moment between Tiger and Insania to take him out. Definitely a bit of a chance here for Nigma to hit back after a bit of an unnecessary play there from miCKe. I mean, he did pretty much just jump in solo against 4 heroes. Miracle
Don't
was
talk
low.
to me about unnecessary plays, Owen. I play with you a lot, you know.
I
I
mean,
played with your
that's the plays I
Magnus,
like to
4
see.
overwhelming blinks. Don't talk to me about unnecessary.
He was going for the big potential on. If he's able to get in, kill Miracle, get out underneath the noses of 4 heroes, then it's all worth it. But just wasn't able to play out there as miCKe imagines himself. See, bigger and bigger as well. S and Y done. Top of the Maelstrom. Do land the stuns on this Bloodseeker then. Just struggle. Damage to take him out mid lane. Miracle getting jumped by the Dream Core. Tiger's in, but Kuro's able to tap the stun out. Onto the balance strike. Out on the tree. They take him again. They're moving on to Tiger. They're going to have the damage to take Tiger out as well. 2 down. Boxy can turn things around. Look right out to it. Attempted to TP out there by Kuro. He's immediately put to a stop for his Boxy's gone.
Box is gonna clean him up.
Double kill for the Bloodseeker.
They have so much overtime damage. Boxy's still chasing, decides he's not gonna go in. Like, Boxy's actually so farmed right now. Level 16, 2000 HP on a Bloodseeker, 21 armor. Pretty much impossible to take down. Like, they need to use the finger, hold him inside the Wukong's command to actually bring him down. They have so many problems.
To it all. They throw themselves all in on one hero.
Interesting build by Boxy. Like, he just bought Cloak 18 minutes in and then queues up a BKB.
Sort of a
And
bit of
doesn't even want to use the Cloak.
But I mean, surely he's gonna switch it into his entry in the fights, right?
For sure, yeah. I mean, see, he still has raindrops, so once they burn the raindrops, he can keep that Quelling Blade in.
Do you like that pretty cost efficient? Just a bit of a casual cloak at any stage of the game?
Well, I think it's a bit of an overcommitment here. Like, it's a bit too late. They also don't have that much magical damage anyway. They have
But
Finger,
that's true. I mean,
Illuminate.
maybe just likes the cloak. There you go. It's a bit chilly. Get cloak on.
That's not a Cloak of Invis, you know, it's not a Harry Potter cloak.
Sorry, Tiger. Okay, coming with a backup, it ends up being just a bit of a base from Tiger, as Tiger's going to be fine. They've committed it on him. You're going to see if they can find Miracle here in the trees, and they can. They've got the lockdown, they have the damage.
And Xenia's positioning has been great. Like, he's ulties, they can't get close, they can't stop him. They're doing a very good job. Also protecting the CM, zoning them out. Problem is, they can't really go for the high ground. Still not enough tower damage. Venomancer deals some. You know, you have Puck, but still, like, not with the damage talent. You still need to take a fight, kill a couple of heroes. Pushing into Keeper of the Light, you're never gonna feel like that confident.
Bounty.
Behold! A prize!
What I just say was, so still, despite the numbers, despite the big lead they have, so that this game, Nigma, if they can hold, they get sort of BKBs plus one offensive item on their cores. The game can stand the chance to a bit of a turn.
This game's not over, you know, even though it's a 13k gold lead, 20 minutes in. If they manage to farm their BKBs, Weeha's getting close to one.
Yeah.
Hauser, Davion feeding as he does in anime as well. Bought a Blink Dagger, so pretty much no gold lost.
There we are. Trying to stand his ground. He is able to get the ult off in time. And also gets the Jingu stacks build up, so Boxy can no longer fully commit onto Tiger. He's going to try and roll back in, and okay, with the extra burst from Insania at the side, they've got enough to clean him up before he can get any more hits off and benefit from that lifesteal.
Even though, like, Monkey's great against the Bloodseeker, he's not that great against Earth Spirit, because he can still Kiki, you're gonna take the damage. I mean, Team Liquid, they really love Bloodseeker paired up with anything that can move you, whether like that was a mag, there was a time when they were like just spamming Bloodseeker and Tiny with Toss Rupture combination.
Верхнюю башню сил тьмы атакуют. Нижнюю башню сил света
Multiple
атакуют.
times, and being able to really enable the rupture potential from Boxy. Boxy now full BKB on his way over, so they're really coming into play for Liquid to push this to the next level and try and close up whilst they do have this significant advantage.
I think Liquid should just try to take another fight, get a kill or two, transition that into Roche, Radiant using a scan inside the pit to see what's going on.
Oh, and miCKe, he jumped in, he's got aggressive. There's more heroes here, miCKe, what's he doing? I mean, that's a bit of a
That's
similar
his,
play
like-
to as he done earlier. He can't afford to do these sort of moves, Lacoste.
It's a lot of gold, it's a lot of experience. He's high level 17 at the moment, trying to farm up that Lincoln Sphere, so there's not going to be Blink initiation. There was also RMN with his Blink Dagger. Dragon Knight's tanky, not that tanky against the Spirit Vessel, so he's going to be brought down once again.
He's able to kill back in return, but Death's on the puck, despite the incredible lead that miCKe has. That is going to be the sort of move that does lead to Nigma getting more time for themselves to get these items online. Bottom, diving in onto Kuro, Boxy, and Tiger will be able to clean him up. Nigma just trying to do their best with the space that they are having created for them. Top lane Miracle able to push that wave right out. We are also able to play down on the bottom half. Senia's on the hunt. Remnant prepared though, and Miracle We are 100 gold away from the BKB, so the BKB, they're going to be there. And even though they're 16k down Lacoste, they've still got all the tier 2s up. You know, Nigma, it really is. This game is a lot closer than the numbers show.
For sure, because, you know, these BKBs, once they're online, they have Rupture, plus is not going to have that Aghanim Scepter for quite some time. So yeah, they will have no abilities that go through magic immunity, completely nullify like damage coming out from the Crystal Maiden, coming out from the Earth Spirit. So yeah, they just need to get those BKBs up. Miracle also getting very close to his, just 100 gold away. I think it's smoke time. Like once they get it, they can actually start playing a bit more aggressive. Davion also going for that BKB, but yeah, has only 600 gold.
A bit of time. He's shared. Good to keep him a little bit covered between having the BKB done. We have it. So, I mean, as you say, if they do want to go for that sort of smoke play, who do you think's most important for them to try and catch and commit on? And
if they can kill
before the
miCKe,
BKBs?
like miCKe, oh, he has a Lincoln Sphere now. Lincoln Sphere, so it's going to be a bit harder for them to initiate. They need to, I don't know, because Lion doesn't have a Blink Dagger, so it's not going to be that easy. Dragon Knight, they also don't have many abilities to just pop the with.
Grounded all, going for the Roche though, Liquid. Doing that at the speed that Nigma aren't going to be prepared for, or at least have the time to get over the pit and sort of moment. So Moxie will be a tough one to deal with next time. Not that he already was, now with that Aegis as well, this Bloodseeker is definitely going to take some dealing with. Nigma, now that the Aegis has gone the way of Liquid, does this sort of change the plan? Are you still looking to get aggressive with these BKBs, or just sort of had to put a bit of slow on it?
Yeah, you still want to take possibly a fight. There's a tier 1 tower on the bottom, so they can TP, but if someone gets caught, someone that's not Puck, let's see who's TPing. Yeah, it's actually going to be miCKe.
Tiger. He's up. Iron Man does at the back on the side, but miCKe's quick to jump over onto Kuroki. Will fall. Tiger trying to hunt for more.
Did you mean to, Ellie?
Okay, as well, see if he can get any further catch. Iron Man, he's going to have Blink up in a second. He may just be able to get his way out of this.
Oh, he wants to go in, not out at this point.
Something with it. Bringing a little split up, though. We are going to need some backup. Does always have the option of BKBing and TPing out. He's going to put the BKB in. He's just going to try and commit, get the life still going. He's going to try and channel the ult, but he's taking huge amounts of damage. Can he really stay alive? He can't. Enough from Liquid to take him out, even through the BKB, as they're able to combo him so low that by the time he got the BKB off, he only had a few hundred more HP to work with.
Weeha was caught alone there. Everyone else kind of bailed. Lanes were pushing in, the mid lane, top lane, like even the bottom lane, so they need to address that problem before they make an aggressive move. There's still Bloodseeker with that Aegis with 3.5 minutes. Puck still deciding, you know, which route he's gonna go for. Does he need more damage? He had the Desolator queued up, now going into that Aghanim Scepter. I like Aghanim Scepter a bit more. You can still go back for the damage, but yeah, Aghanim Scepter that gonna keep them in place even with the BKBs.
Top Miracle. Put the BKB in to get away. It's just 100 or so. They're about 1,000 gold or so away from the answer to that. Still potential for Miracle to dodge out with the to scout out an area that you can get back to farming in safely.
Верхнюю башню сил света атакуют.
Set yourself inside Nigma's jungle. The sort of the spaces available for Nigma Force to farm in, getting shut down. Gonna step out. Woifa gonna have a bit of a poke at this.
At this point, I think you can like kill Venomancer because he's way too tanky. He has that Dispel Lifesteal, has a Force Staff RMN.
Try and chase him down in the two of them. Gale connects. He's going to go out with a TP and Kuro.
Just TP out. It's that easy. So yeah, Venomancer, they can't really kill Venomancer unless they like commit with the 3-4 heroes possibly. There's the rupture.
Simply up, down to the ground, BKB's out, finger down onto Tiger. This is one thing they can certainly do now, Nick. Liquid try and dive in past towers. They can hold their ground, take him out, miCKe trying to get in with some extra damage. Onto Weeha, it's got to be careful though. Iron Man, Miracle, Kuro all by Weeha's side, ready to turn. Boxy, stick around for the creep here, jump forwards there from Iron Man, but miCKe's still around. Starts to turn back in onto Dragon Knight. Liquid will collapse immediately onto Iron Man. This time Iron Man will go down.
Kuro misses a stun, does not have a finger, needs to be very careful. Kuro's very vulnerable. The Puck, like Puck can just solo kill him with the Witchblade. Also Lincoln's here, so you need to use 2 of your abilities to actually
Нижнюю
lock him
башню сил
down.
света атакуют.
Aghanim Scepter done. Also Arcane Rune, Coil is up. Now he's going back in for a bit more damage. That Desolator, something that's gonna help him out with taking the towers, which I really like. Because you already said, like, they still have two towers alive, even though it's 22k gold lead.
Holding very well. They're searing the pressure and the lead does currently have against them.
Keeper of the Light finishes his Aghanim Scepter, so Will-O-Wisp is gonna be online. Like, they don't get too much out of the Spirit form. They can try to split push a bit with it, but that's it. Like, Nigma's in a position where they can't make any aggressive moves.
Нижнюю башню сил света атакуют.
BKB. It's miCKe. He's going to have the answer for that Dream Coil down. We are having Top to stand his ground, trying to get the stats built up, but miCKe kites him up. Be able to take him out. Now the map, indeed, a whole lot scarier to play into now with miCKe having that axe. They're going to be able to punish that sort of split push every single time.
Also, Liquid managed to sneak in a ward inside Nigma's base, so that's going to give them a lot of information where they're moving.
Chasing on to Kuro, Tiger, jump straight in, pop his BKB out. Kuro does manage to get a knife from RMN, so RMN is able to take a bit of the benefit away from Liquid. Liquid, they'll just turn their attention towards RMN instead now though. Will-O-Wisp does get knocked down, and now Tiger. Tower can't get himself out of the fight. Tiger will fall. They've lost 3 on Nigma. Miracle having to put the BKB to get out of there, but the coil's down from miCKe. miCKe looks like they want to jump in and dive for this. They managed to get it in the fountain, take out GH. They're going to be able to find Miracle as well. As Liquid, they'll clean up all 5 of them.
Yeah, they just died because Puck used Arcane Rune and he had that coil once again. They should respect Will-O-Wisp because you can see that there's like so much control. They don't have that much attack speed on their heroes besides the Bloodseeker, so need to be very careful about it.
Нижнюю башню
The
сил
replay
света
again is
атакуют.
just Liquid with the lead that they have. They can't afford to just dive, but they've run them down. As soon as they're able to take down one, 2 members of Nigma, it's just impossible for Nigma to fight back when they're outnumbered. And it's far behind in terms of items. One by one. A solid effort from
Нижняя
TH
башня сил
to try
света
and turn things
разрушена.
around with a Will-O-Wisp. Just not enough at this point. BKBs, as strong
Центральную
as the
башню сил
potential
света
was to be
атакуют.
this game, with a good timing, the timing just hasn't been fast. The fact that they come out same stage, but miCKe has that axe done. Liquid, they have enough of an answer to make sure that even with the BKBs pop, Nigma have a real struggle trying to
They
stay
don't
alive.
have the answer for that coil now. Even with the BKBs, Aghanim Scepter is done, so no like real counterplay. Someone gets coiled, they're pretty much dead. You can see we trying to itemize against that coil, going into status resistance.
Верхнюю башню сил света атакуют.
It's gonna help, but still you need to be very careful how you approach a fight.
Classic Liquid, you know, it doesn't matter how far ahead they are, stacks will still be made.
And this,
At this stage, he's cleaning them up for himself.
this is something that Team Liquid struggled pretty much always how to close out their games, especially when they like formed a team. There were games where they were like 40, 50k gold up, and they just couldn't close out.
True. I mean, at this stage, it really is a question of, you know, can Nigma still turn this? It felt like they did have that windows when the BKBs were there, but as we saw, being around the same time that they put Aegis and
Верхнюю
And they were
башню
just
сил
able to make sure
света
that the
атакуют.
BKB purchases didn't really allow Nigma to do too much.
Верхняя башня сил
Nigma still
света
very much
атакуют.
on the back foot. The jump in there, they're coming in onto miCKe. Keep him locked down underneath. The Will he's able to finish him down. miCKe can't escape, he can't. miCKe close down. Nigma down, and they're able to hold their ground. So Boxy can get the cleanup, don't block right down. As RMS scored incredibly low roll across from Tiger. He's able to put a stop to the attempted escape by Weeheart. miCKe may have fallen. Liquid and Boxy at the helm. No struggle. Still cleaning up the fights in their favor. Bloodseeker just a little too terrifying to deal with.
Yeah, Bloodseeker, they only managed to kill him once in the laning stage. That's pretty much it. Like, Foxy's way too tanky right now, has that Scotty against the Dragon Knight, against the Monkey King. He just has too much HP, too much armor at the moment to be brought down.
Back to base once more, Nigma. 34,000 gold. Big items coming out now, even for the fives here on Liquid side. Insania picks himself up a BKB. Ready to stand his ground in the middle, drop some freezing fields without having a moment any way to cancel that.
Yeah, we talked about how Team Nigma, once they get the BKBs, they don't have too many abilities. Rupture and the Puck Coil with the Aghanim Scepter, of course, now upgraded. But Nigma, they don't have abilities that go through magic immunity.
No, they don't themselves. They really don't. At this stage, where's sort of that scaling potentially? I mean, you look towards the Monkey King, but of course he's been slowed down
Верхнюю
just as
башню
much as the
сил
rest of the
тьмы
team. This
атакуют.
game. A lot
Верхняя
more
башня
time
сил
to
Finally,
kill those scary items.
they take a tier 1 tower. Safe lane tower, 30 minutes in.
Miracle. He's out. The Remnant prepared. Back on the side of the map. More BKBs coming out for both squads though. RMN now having his complete. On the side of Liquid, Quakebird will have to go for
Силы тьмы используют сканирование.
well, on Foxy.
Нижнюю башню сил тьмы атакуют.
A prize.
Completely.
Crystal Maiden is almost as farmed as Monkey King at this point. Like,
Oh no.
that's a bit problematic because Team Nigma, like if they execute their combos, if they can kite around the BKBs, they still have a very good, combination. Wukong's command into Will-O-Wisp, a lot of stun, like James, and Dragon Knight stun line just to keep them inside. They need Wukong's command to be able to like win the fight. This is the second Roche. Seems like it's gonna be uncontested. Nigma can't really leave the base. They leave the base, lose a fight, they lose the game. Best option right now is just to stay on the high ground, use that blast, use the power of the towers.
Кашан убит силами тьмы.
See if it's going to be enough to defend back a team. The Aegis and the G's ready for the next push.
Нижнюю башню сил тьмы атакуют.
Quite some this stage, now that Liquid does really feel like it's out of place. That even though they did have the potential for some answers earlier this game, even though they were behind, now it's going to be incredibly hard to slow this
Центральную
sort of
башню сил света атакуют.
stop Liquid from being able to close up this game.
They're going for the high ground, try to poke something, get some chip damage with Venomancer boards. Puck has the Desolator, so that's going to help out.
Tiger, Strange, I mean, kick back onto RMN, Will-O-Wisp down. KB committed by Tiger, it comes out from RMN in
Силы
response.
тьмы
Tiger
укрепили
has to
свои
roll out.
сооружения.
They're able to keep everyone alive. Damage done to the tier 3 here by Liquid. Chip it right down.
Puck has Enchanted Quiver, so he can attack the tower from really far away. All they
Very
need
nice.
is just vision on the high ground provided by the Venomancer.
Yeah.
I mean, if they do not want to leave the base, this is how you play.
Yep. I know. miCKe just sits out. Phase shift every time that the quivers off cooldown. That tower will slowly get taken away after that increased range on those attacks. What do you do here if you're Nigma? How do you stop this? How do you slow
Башню сил
this down?
света атакуют.
To make a bit of a poke onto Boxy. This is not an easy kill. KB and Aegis trying to deal with this incredibly far Bloodseeker twice. Roll forward from Type, will be put to a stop by the Battle strike off Weeha. Miracle getting a little scared though, just popped the BKB himself. So now he's going to be vulnerable. And miCKe knows it. Straight into the green coral, down to the two of them. Look at the Wukong's command out. Try and keep Miracle alive, but Foxy's in with the BKB. He sees him, takes him down as Miracle's down to the game. No buyback. So's Kuro. Two are down. Liquid sees the opportunity to dive in. Insania.
Oh, Insania is in.
In the freezing field. They can't deal with the Crystal Maiden now at this point either.
miCKe with the buyback. I think this might be it. I don't think Nigma has many options left at this point. Buyback still don't want to take the fight. Very limited on the damage right now. Like Crystal Maiden, I think she's more farmed than the miCKe at this point.
Certainly seems to be a 40,000 lead in for Liquid is finally putting it into close it up. We are putting down until Miracle back up. Nigma's just not going to have a chance of bringing anything they've found him. They've cut down his tree, they're straight in. Tiger kicks it back to the rest of Team Liquid. We will fall out of the game for 100 seconds. Liquid, they're not done yet. Rolling over towards the fountain, making sure that Kuroki and RMA can't get back to safety.
Ingratitude.
This is gonna be mega creeps. I
Сил света разрушены.
love to say when it's time to call it, it is time to call it, because Nigma, they have nothing left. And yep, they're gonna call it GG.